Uh-huh. Not only did the Nazis dominate and regiment German labor, but they forced the youth into the ranks of the laboring people. They had thus led into chains. Under a compulsory labor service decree of the 26th of June of 1935, young men and women between the ages of 18 and 25 were conscripted for labor. Thus was the purpose to subjugate German labor accomplished. In the words of Lay, this accomplishment consisted in eliminating the association character of the trade union and employees associations, and in its place we have substituted the conception soldiers of work. Now, the productive manpower of the German nation was in Nazi control. Yes. By these steps, the defendants won the battle to liquidate labor unions as potential opposition. Yep. And were enabled to impose upon the working class the burdens of preparing for aggressive warfare. Yeah. Now, these teacher unions, phew, you know, I'm really having a difficult time believing that the militarization of the United States is in the best interest of the United States. It's almost as if you said, as in myself, as a citizen, I don't think they need a raise. I don't think that you need to forgive them of their contractual obligations when they entered into contracts with credit card companies. Phew. Now, the government doesn't want to hear from me, but I've been emailing state and federal employees, about the idea, yes, of the evidence, yes, of having to disclose, fraud, waste, abuse, and mismanagement. Now, obviously, the military doesn't have a union. Yes, it would be the obligation of generals and admirals to tell the commander in chief, well, we really don't want that. But it seemed that the commander in chief has been making a lot of decisions. Now, could you get me the trade unions? Yeah. The Federal Employees Union? Yes. The State Employees Union? Yes. And then Law Enforcement Union? Yeah. And then the other unions of the United States. I'd just like to know the AFL-CIO. Poop! You know, let's say that we did spend ourselves into a hole. And the only way that you're going to give food stamps, as I've seen some legislation over the last 6 to 12 months, is you're going to require the conscription of all of those on welfare to have to work. Yes. Now, there's some exemptions. You could be pregnant. You could be disabled. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But eventually, we're going to spend ourselves into this place where every American citizen will have to work for what they receive. Yeah. Because this is the Nazi way. The exploitation of the hunger of an American citizen. Let's go ahead. Because of the want of the government to spend X number of trillions of dollars in militarization. Now, when you're over budget $1.3 trillion last year, and you appropriate another $320 billion, yes, I had noticed that the states that require you to volunteer for any cash benefit, yes, you're getting paid approximately $5. Now, when I was on welfare, I did the actual calculation of what we're getting paid as slave labor. So, why don't you get me the last 20 years of welfare recipients? Those that receive food stamps, the amount that they received when they first went on welfare. Yeah, let's go ahead. And then how much you decreased that 2.5 years ago. Yeah, let's go ahead. And then give me the actual number of hours that you have to volunteer to work in each and every state of the United States to receive a cash benefit, because I had documented that if the state is not paying you at least minimum wage in welfare benefits, they are conscripting American citizens right now.